My beautiful crafty friends, we are going to turn these jack-o'-lantern stacked pumpkins into a snowman. Now, I got this idea over at Tracy's Country Charm by Tracy. I have absolutely fell in love with the way that she does her hand painting and her little character faces and all that fun stuff. And I wanted to give my go at it. So I decided to pick these up when I was at Dollar Tree the other day. I have also went into my stash and grabbed some carrots for the carrot nose if I decide to do this guy. I also picked up some wooden carrots out of my Easter stash. And then I went into my Christmas stash and I found some stars. I thought maybe a star buttons would look cute. I also grabbed some snowflakes as well. So I have a couple of little embellishments here. But I'm going to start off with painting this guy with plaster Waverly chalk paint. I've also went and grabbed like some black acrylic paint, some pinks and curls for cheeks, some burnt umber to do some like distressing. I've also grabbed some gray and sandstone and antique wax. So I'm going to give this a go, and I figured I'd take you guys along with me. My goal is to make this snowman primitive, very country chic. That is what my go-to Christmas decor is going to be this year. Let's get this video going. Crafty Amanda, take it on over. Let's hear what she has to say. All right. Well, thank you, intro Amanda. Boy, she was a little chatty today, wasn't she? You guys, I cannot wait for you to see this project. It turned out so stinking cute. I'm so excited to get this video up to see what you guys think and read all the comments. But let's dive in. I'm going to give this guy 3 good coats of that plaster Waverly chalk paint. From the top to the bottom, sides to sides, so that the sides are covered if you look at it from an angle. But I was really shocked that this guy took 3 coats. I was honestly shocked, especially with chalk paint. I'm just going to use my handheld heat tool to help dry the paint in between. That little guy is a lifesaver. Now, you guys, I got this idea from Tracy. I have fell in love with her channel. You guys have heard me talk about her a lot recently because I just love her style. The primitive look, oh, it's just so cute. So what I've done is I took a Dollar Tree, kind of a stiffer paintbrush, and dipped it in my Waverly chalk paint, and I went around the edges and I tried to blend it in with a little bit of that paint because it wasn't dry just yet, and I wanted to make those lines not so harsh but blend in. So I took my paintbrush with a little bit of paint left on it and went back over it to blend it in a little bit better, but I wanted that shading to be there so you could tell it was a snowman. Now here, those little stars I got at Hobby Lobby in the unfinished wood section, and there are 3 different sizes. I went ahead and stained them with my Waverly chalk paint, and then I'm going to dry it all again because I repainted it to get them to blend. The key that I found is to go between your colors, the dark color, the light color, the dark color, the light color. I wanted it to be a little bit darker on the edges, so I tried her technique where you take it and you get your paintbrush wet, dip it in your paint, get it wet, and then blend it on a paper towel. And I'll tell you what, if it wasn't the perfect little technique, she shows you, like shares all the little tips and tricks with ya. It's just perfect. Here I'm working on the cheeks. She likes the colors coral, so that's what I went with. But looking at this snowman, I wish I would have done more of like a pinky red to match my fabric, but it is what it is. The cheeks and the nose is something I definitely would change. Now I protect my work surface so I could do some paint splattering, and I did use Waverly chalk paint to do the paint splattering, and I love that technique because it hides any imperfections. It's almost perfect, you guys. You definitely have to protect your work surface though. Here I'm taking my black Sharpie marker and just going ahead and doodling around my snowman. I didn't like the way it looked, but I still did it. I went off to get my fabric that I decided to use. You'll see it here in just a moment. This is the fabric I got. It's from Hobby Lobby. It's very country. It's very primitive, if you ask me. I'm just going to take a section there to figure out where I want to put my snowman's eyes. And I'm using my paint marker from Temu, which was such a great buy. and they're really good quality as well. I have a video of the haul of those if you want to go back and look. In her video, she teaches you how to do the eyes and all that good stuff too. I pulled out a carrot from my Easter stash. He looks a little bright on camera, but he's darker in person. And then I'm going to cut a little strip and rip my fabric to get the perfect little scarf. Now, I tie it in a bow to begin with, and it's cute that way, right? But that's not the way I decided to keep it, so keep on watching. And then I'm trying to figure out his hat. I know I wanted to use the same fabric, and I was trying to figure out what I would need. And then when I flipped it over, I was like, oh, I better cover the back first so that I can get my scarf in place. So I took some gray cardstock and I went ahead and glued them together, and I flipped my snowman back around and just traced them out, and then cut the image out. Well, I put my nose on, cut the image out here for me. And then I took some of that purple school glue and just went really heavy-handed with it, and then glued it onto my pumpkin. You guys, you got to make sure you take out or watch Tracy's video. She does such a good job explaining it so much better than I could ever. But I love that was able to try her techniques, and it worked out so well. So I'm going to glue it on the back there. And then I got some paint splatter on her, my little snowman. So just cleaned it up with some little bit of paint too. When I flipped it back over, I could see that I had a little bit of paper hung over. So I took my little finger sander and just sand that extra paper off. And I'm getting my snowman all ready and prepped to put the scarf on. He is just darling. So I tie a little knot, tie a little bow, decide to leave it there for now. And then I'm going to start working on my hat. Now I knew I wanted a brim on my hat. So I went ahead and folded over and got an idea of how much I want to cut to give myself a little bit of allowance for it to hang over on the top. So here I'm going to create my brim just with a little bit of hot glue, super, super easy. And then I'm going to tack it on there, and so I know the size that's going to fit his little head. And I kind of stuck to my snowman, so I left him on there. It is what it is. But I went ahead and took the fabric, just folded it over and glued it. And then I cut off any excess that I didn't think I may need. And I'm going to take some polyfill and put it in the top half of it. So I went ahead and just glued it down so his little eyebrows would stick out. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this. I had ripped it up a couple of times, so I'd wait to glue it if I were you. Now here I'm just going to take an old pillow and put a little bit of stuffing in there to fill those, to make it look more full, and a little bit of twine just to tie off the top of it. And I even put a little bow in there. It doesn't stay that way, but it is what it is. Here's my little stars, you guys. It's cute. It's so cute. It's cute just like that even. Then I brought out some greeneries and berries, just, you know, little embellishments that I wanted to try. I ripped that fabric down a little bit more, made a bow. Wasn't sure how I wanted to decorate it. So we're at the decorating point now. So I knew that I needed to make that brim look more like a brim. So I took this Dollar Tree twine trim, and I went ahead and got it ready to go. Got some raffia, because what's a country primitive project without some raffia? And then look at my little stash. Those are all Walmart ornaments from the little Christmas trees. And I took the little rusty snowman from snowflake from Hobby Lobby from the little Christmas tree as well. And I found more of a neutral sentiment. It just says season greetings. That way I could keep them out during winter. I glued down my raffia bow because I liked the way it looked. I went ahead and glued down the trim for the brim of the hat. And then I had these bells. I'm waiting on some bells from Temu. And I knew at the end of his little hat, I wanted to have bells. So at Joann's, I found this bell garland, and I cut it up, and it was all wired. So I tied it around the top of his head. And then I was like, okay, this is where I can add some greenery, because you got to zhuzh it. You got to add some character to it. So I'm zhuzzing it here. And I added one of those rusty snowflakes up at the top as well, tied it into my twine. And then I'm going to glue my hat down. Now this is Celsius. You find it at Hobby Lobby for $2.99, and all the country primitive like projects, I've seen a lot of it have it on there. So on the back, I decided my hat was a little too floppy when you lift them up. So I grabbed some cardboard, cut it down to size, and just put it into my hat. And that was perfect. It kept it nice and sturdy, all that good stuff. So now his hat is the way it should be. So I'm trying to decide if I want I know I want greenery, of course. I mean, come on, right? But I wasn't sure what I wanted to put on top of my greenery. So I went ahead and added these little picks. These are from Amazon. I believe I bought a bundle of them for like 10 bucks. I added some berries from Walmart. They're like crystallized berries. And I tried a couple of different bows. I know I wanted to use that fabric bow, but I knew I needed something on top of it to pop. So I put the fabric bow down, and then I made a bow out of the Dollar Tree trim. Then I went ahead and glued the little snowflake off to the side so that you could see it. Added berries at the bottom. And yeah, I mean, it just turned out so cute. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think. Definitely go check out Tracy's video. I'm just adding a little hanger here, and I'm going to give you guys a detailed walkthrough here in just a moment, but I just want to say thanks for hanging out with me. But here's the other Amanda. You guys, I was all done. This video was done. I was getting ready to upload it and was taking my final photos. And I thought, I can't leave it like this. I got to fix that nose and I got to fix them cheeks. So I decided to take it back down to the craft room, pulled out some more paint, and I decided to distress the nose. Because it's felt, it wasn't, I guess I was probably using the wrong brush, but it wasn't taking the paint that well. It just made the nose look dirty, but it's not bright orange, and I'm okay with that. And then I took some red and pink and decided to make some cheek colors here. I wanted dark pink cheeks, like almost like a burnt umber, or yeah, that's what I was going for. And I finally got my color. For some reason, the camera is picking up a whole nother color than what I'm showing in person. But anyways, I got it darker like I wanted, and I was able to paint right over those little cheeks just by stippling right over them. It worked out great. You can see a tiny bit of coral underneath it, but I think it looks cute, so it is what it is. Now, I'm going to dry these guys real good, and I decided that freckles would look super cute. There's some brushes from Walmart, guys. They have this new line that's really affordable. It's called Hello Hobby. They have foam brushes. The brushes that I have in my hand there are like detailed brushes, and they're $2.97 a pack. The reason why I was showing you the foam brushes is because you can actually do your shading. If you're scared to do it with paint, you can do it with those foam brushes in some distress ink. So really cool. But I added some freckles in the little cheeks, and then I decided to add a little bit of white dots too, just to make it pop a little bit more. I added a little bit more whites to her eyes and some white squigglies because I forgot to do it the last time. And I think she looks so much better. Y'all will just have to let me know what you think. Which way did you like most? Like I said, I had this whole thing finished and thought, I can't do this. No way, Jose. I have got to fix this. This is not my country, girl. So anyway. So I'm going to give you guys a photo of what she looked like before, and then we'll go and see the details of what she looks like now. Okay, here we go. I definitely could not leave well enough alone. Do I regret it? I'm not sure yet. I'm really not. Let's go in close and just give you the details. So here's a little hat. Here's the little Joanne bells that came from the garland. It had these little stems on it. Added the cute little berries from Walmart. Love the rusty snowflake. Here's that little bow, the greenery I was talking about, the face, okay? So I add a little more whites to her eyes. I feel like she's looking down, okay? Maybe the nose should have went down. Maybe it's the nose that's throwing me off. I'm not sure. My cheeks are definitely not even, driving me nuts, but I added some freckles and some white dots. I think that's cute. Added some white squigglies with my black squigglies. Here's the scarf. We have Season's Greetings with the Hobby Lobby Rusty Snowflake and the little raffia bow. So cute. Now, if I could take the body and do everything, like take it the way it is right now, I'd be obsessed. I love the way the shading turned out, the paint splattering, my sweet little stars. It's just the face. It's the face, y'all, that's throwing me off. Everything else is so dang cute. Why? I'm so frustrated. It almost makes me want to try it again. I'm excited to hear about what you guys think. Did you like the first Snowman or do you like this one better? I'm dying to know. Do you think it's cute at all? I love her, but like I said, if we could just do without the face, the rest of it, I'm for it, right? Now, I was kind of bummed. I wanted to wait. I placed an order with Temu for some smaller rusty bells, some rusty hearts, some rusty stars, and I'm really excited to get that package. And I was hoping to use it on this primitive little project, but I had everything I needed in my stash and it turned out great. So anyways, thanks so much for hanging out with me today, you guys. I can't wait to hear what you guys think. Did you like the first one or the second one? Thank you, Tracy, for giving me the inspiration and teaching me the cute little techniques. And I really enjoy her channel. So you guys make sure you go and check her out once again. Until next time, you guys, I will talk at you later. Bye, my sweet friends.